Hi, yogis. Welcome. Namaste. Jameson here. So happy to share the practice of yoga with you and also to talk about health and wellness. So, what is health? What is wellness? This is a great question to just sit and ponder and think about. What does it mean to be healthy? How does it feel to be well? Well, I think on a very foundational, fundamental level, it's being able to do all of the things we want to do with ease. And there's a sense of feeling good. We know when we feel good and we know when we feel bad. For instance, if we are in bed sick with a cough or cold or something going on, it doesn't feel good. And it's like so raw and in our face that it's like, oh, this feels terrible. Same thing happens if there's too much fun happening at a social gathering. Maybe you drink too much alcohol or stay up too late and don't get enough sleep. Then that next day can be followed by a sense of not feeling good. But what about when you're very hydrated and you've gotten a good night's sleep and you've eaten really nourishing food and you're out in nature and there's just this feeling of like, wow, I feel really good. It feels really nice. And I think this is health, this is wellness. Now, how does yoga contribute to health and wellness? Another great question. Once we're starting to figure out what health and wellness is, how can the practice of yoga actually help? Well, yoga is not a golden ticket that says, here is yoga, now you feel great, now you feel amazing. In fact, if we practice an hour of yoga on the mat and then go to the store and buy a bunch of potato chips, maybe some salt and vinegar, and a bag of Takis because they might be really delicious, and a bunch of soda pop and candy, and that's our meal after yoga, that isn't going to mean that we're healthy. We can't practice yoga and then go eat all junk food and say, I am healthy. But what yoga will do is it will help us get to a place where we can be informed to make better decisions. So maybe we say, I'm not going to go to the convenience store. I am going to get a salad and drink water. Now, greens are crucial. All the micronutrients that greens have really support a healthy environment inside of our microbiome, along with fermented foods and a ton of other things. But this isn't a nutrition discussion, really. But the way that nutrition is involved is nutrition is key for our wellness. It's key for our health. And so the practice that we do here on the yoga mat will help us. It will aid us into making better decisions when we're not on the mat that will contribute to our overall health and wellness. It's a really cool thing. Health and wellness also exists on multiple levels. So we have our physical health, and we are working on that here through the physical practice of yoga asana, yoga postures, yoga poses. And through that, we are increasing our strength, increasing our flexibility, increasing our balance, improving our awareness of ourself, and having a better or a more positive image of ourselves and our world, our worldview. All very physical. What we may find, and I hope that you are starting to tap into, especially in Shavasana, is yoga can help our mental states. It can help to reduce tension, reduce anxiety, lower our stress levels. Definitely when we're practicing, but how does that translate to off the mat? This is really important. So, yoga does not mean I do yoga and I am stress free. Oh, no, it doesn't work like that. But how it does work is through the practice of yoga, I develop a sense of myself that is positive, and I start to become present and aware, and I can see and recognize when I'm feeling stressed out, and I might have some tools to be able to help counteract any of the stress. Maybe, okay, I'm freaking out and I need a moment and I go do a breath technique, a breathing exercise, and that can help to lower stress levels. So, yoga can contribute to health and wellness on a mental level. Yoga can contribute to an emotional level. When we work through things on the mat, as we increase the amount of time, the consistency on our yoga mat, we might be able to calm our reactions or temper our reactions. We might find ourselves getting angry, but then taking a moment to stop and breathe. We might be so excited and overjoyed, but then realize that this is also temporary and not be so sad when that thing that brought us such happiness is no longer there. Now, yoga, again, it doesn't just do this magically. Yoga is a foundation, it's a fundamental contributor to health and wellness. It is part of a total package. Yoga is not the package, but yoga is an integral component to the package of health and wellness. And then it goes on a little bit further to a soul level, to your spirit, to a spiritual practice. And yoga does not have to be isolated from any type of religion or spirituality, and it doesn't have to replace this. In fact, I think that yoga and spirituality can blend, just like spirituality and science can also blend very nicely together. They can work in harmony. And yoga is a contributor to your religious practice. If you are, then yoga can help to inform that practice. And if you're not, well, then maybe yoga can help to connect some other gaps that you may not see or that you don't feel, or yoga can help you connect to you because you are definitely real. Lots and lots of different avenues to integrate yoga into our spiritual practice. Now, yoga does not mean that you are spiritual or this is your spiritual practice. That's probably better. Yoga does not have to be your spiritual practice, but yoga can help and aid in whatever that may be. So we've got health and wellness on so many different levels: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and it helps to contribute, especially when we set the intention for health and wellness, which we can do today. Perfect. If you've been sitting one way, that's a long time. Go ahead and cross your legs the opposite direction. I hope sitting is becoming easier for you. And if not, keep at it because you are doing great. And it will. All things get better over time with dedicated effort towards improving. Yoga is no different. If you want to play guitar, this is one of my favorite metaphors. Okay, so say I just handed you a guitar right now, and you looked at this thing, and you said, there's 6 strings and all of these different, I don't know what they are, they're actually called frets. What am I supposed to do with this? Well, maybe you start with one hand and you start strumming and you learn how to strum. And then maybe you go with the other hand and you start to learn how to press on some different fingers and make chords. And then you put those two together. You would not just be able to pick up a guitar and start shredding right away. But I mean, maybe. I don't want to limit you. Maybe you have that natural ability. I learned to play guitar. It took me a long time to get comfortable with strumming chords and playing some different songs. Yoga is the same. It takes a while to get comfortable, and we have to practice. And with that practice and repetition comes familiarity. With that familiarity comes ease and freedom. Perfect. So hopefully all of that sitting is in that same way. It might be hard, but the more that we sit on the ground, the more ease we will find, the more freedom there will be in our seats. Okay, let's begin, please. Find your seat, hands in your lap or on your thighs. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a big sigh out, let it go. In and out through your nose if possible. Inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Let's just sit in a moment with this intention of health and wellness. A lot discussed here, so you can just reflect on anything we've talked about. Very good. Let's blink our eyes open. Thank you so much. Namaste. And we will begin. Perfect. Let's go ahead and sweep our legs around, find ourselves on our mat. We can scoot our cushion aside. Very good. Tabletop position, hands and knees, fingers spread nice and wide. Untuck your toes. Let's go hips back, arch back, cow pose. And then hips forward, shoulders forward, round forward, cat pose. Hips back, arch back, cow pose. Round forward, chin in, cat pose. Now with breath, inhale, back and open, exhale, forward and round. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now with a little movement, inhale, hips back to your left heel. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, hips back to your right heel. Exhale, round forward. Inhale to the left. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the right. Now come up your right side as you exhale. Shoulders sweep around your wrists. Inhale back to the left side, and then switch. Exhale, up the left side, over and around your hands and wrists. Arch back to the right side. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Good. Neutral tabletop. Take a big step back with your knees. Tuck your toes. Hands forward. Heart melting pose. We can go forearms down, forehead towards the floor, or forehead on the floor. Straight arms, full extension. If that feels a little bit better, stretch across your chest and your back. Heart melts down, and then breath continues to move super smooth through your body as you do. Keep breathing. Good. Really good. Very nice. Inhale. Let's start to make our way up. We'll step our feet up and forward. Very good. Front of our mats. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet are about as wide as our hips. Spread your toes nice and wide. Palms forward. Lift up through your heart. Soften your shoulders. Let's take a few breaths here. You are welcome to close your eyes and feel into your intention of health and wellness. Yoga helping you to be healthy. Breath in. And a breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Deep breath in. And let a breath out. Really nice. Let's blink eyes open. Arms sweep up to the sky. Inhale. Little bend in knees. Exhale. Wide arms. Forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift to your block, chair, or shins. Exhale, forward folds. Little bend in knees, head, shoulders hang. Inhale, come all the way up wide with your arms. Big stretch up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Very good. Deep breath in as your hands go up. Little bend in knees. Exhale, wide arms sweep. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reverse, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands down. Really nice, you're doing great. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's bend our knees. Hands go down to the mat. Feet step back into a push-up position, plank pose. Knees down. Really nice. Now let's look forward, lean forward, elbows bend straight back, slow lower, use your strength. Body down, elbows above wrists, press your hips down, untuck toes, little lift, inhale, cobra. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, little lift, cobra. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, little lift, cobra. Push into your arms. Over your hands, hips towards your heels, tuck your toes, lift up, down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You can shift your weight from left foot to right foot, one leg goes straight, head drops down and back so much that you can look and see your ankles and your legs as you're going from side to side. Let's start to walk our feet all the way up to meet our hands. Toes spread, hands to shins or block, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise, hands up. And exhale, hands to heart center and down. That was a full sun salutation A. Good job. Feeling good. Familiarity, creating ease. Ease helping us to be more free in the movement, in the shape. That free flow of energy contributes to our health and wellness. So this practice is helping you and me and us to be healthy and well. Let's keep going. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lifts. Exhale, fingertips, palms down, step your feet back. High push-up, plank pose, knees down. Look forward, lean forward, use your strength, slow lower. Untuck toes if they're not already, shoulders towards each other. Inhale, little lift, cobra. Press into your arms, tuck toes again, hips to heels, and then hips high, heart low. Downward dog. Now go ahead and spread your fingers. Keep a little bend in your knees. Tilt your pelvis up to the sky. Relax your head. Breathe in here, nice and smooth, nice and steady. Yeah, really good. Bend your knees deeply, look forward to your hands, and then let's walk our feet all the way up so they meet them. Toes spread, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. We're back into our breath with movement. Inhale, reach. Up, 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 up. And then exhale, hands to heart center and hands down. Let's take a moment. Let's take a breath. Inhale. And a big sigh, let it go. Feeling so good. Okay, movement and postures into our body. Inhale, hands go up. Exhale, little bend in knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, feet go back. High plank. Now, high plank or low plank, your choice. Forward, down, elbows bend straight back. Chaturanga. Slow and controlled, elbows over wrists, untuck toes. Inhale, low. We can even press into our hands into a high cobra. And then over knees, over toes, downward facing dog. Now step your feet maybe a little bit forward, closer to your hands. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Extend long and straight through your arms. And then float your right foot up with a straight right leg. You can keep a little bend in your left knee. Very challenging, three-legged downward facing dog. So good. Now bring your right knee to your nose and help step your right foot forward. We might need to help it all the way. Or stand up from your feet and step your left leg back. Perfect. Spread right toes, root down right foot. Come up with your hands. Low lunge. Core active, hips forward and down. Lots of things happening. Find your breath. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Excellent. Let's go forward with our fingertips. Pick up your left knee. Step your left foot to meet your right foot. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, hands all the way up. Let's take it right through. Exhale, dive, wide arms. Wide arms, fingertips to the floor, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fingertips down, step your feet back. Plank pose, knees high or low. Forward down, chaturanga. Inhale, back bends. Exhale, let's take our hips towards our heels, lift up, downward facing dog. So good. Adjust your feet so your arms are nice and strong. Then we can go three-legged. Left leg goes up to the sky. Full extension through your left leg. You can keep a little bend in your right knee. Hips square to the mat, neck relaxed. Left knee to nose. Step. Left foot forward, help it get up there if we need. Right knee goes down. Spread left toes. Rise hands up. Very good. Low lunge. Breathe here. Arms are straight. Left knee over left ankle, right leg super active. Maybe there's a quad stretch in your right thigh. Let's breathe. Excellent. Hinge, forward fold, fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot to meet your left, spread toes, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise, hands up. And exhale, hands to your heart center, hands down. Good. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Really, really nice. Let's shift weight over into our right foot, hands to heart center, pick up left knee. Left knee lifts up, standing march. Really nice. Left hand, left knee, right arm goes out. Start to open left hip, open hip, standing march. Set your left heel on your right ankle, left toes to the floor. Hands to heart center, stand up nice and tall. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. This is very nice. I like to call this a kickstand. We've got both our feet. This can help with balance. Now, let's move. Let's keep our knees healthy. Pick up your left foot and place it below your right knee. Very good. Now you can see we're balanced on one foot. Remove left foot. Pick up left foot, and toes go above your right knee. Tree pose. Excellent. Breathe. Breathe. And if you fall, that's okay. And if you need a wall, that's good too. I do recommend that if you are unable to hold your balance, but if you can be in either 1, 2, or 3, try here, because our body learns to balance on its own as opposed to balancing on a wall. Let's release left foot, set it down, maybe shake out your right leg. Whew, okay, very cool. Hands to heart center. Shift weight over to your left leg. Right heel lifts, right knee lifts, right hand, right knee. Open standing march. Set your right foot down. Right heel on left ankle, right toes, and right knee are going off to the right side. Hands to heart center. Stand up nice and tall. Pick your right foot up, place it inside your left leg below your knee. Excellent. We can reach down for support to help bring our right foot into our inner left thigh. Really good. Now please, wherever we are, do not jam your right foot into your left knee. This can create injury. Maybe not one time, but doing this incorrectly lots of times. So this is a no-go. This is a go, and more flexibility, this is a go. Same posture. Which one is right for you and which one is wrong for all of us? It's going to be this one because there's pressure on the knee. Okay, let's release. Let's set it down. Inhale, hands go up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your mat, feet step to the back. Plank pose. Forward down, chaturanga. Inhale, back bends. Lower high cobra. Exhale, over knees, toes. Downward facing dog. Step your feet up into a nice place. Spread your fingers wide, root through your palms. Let your neck relax, hips go up, and heart melts towards your thighs. Good. Now notice, legs go straight. This rounds my back. Knees bent. My back can arch up towards the sky. And it's just a little bit better for my alignment.
Right leg goes up, inhale. Better for your alignment too. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Spread your right toes, root down right foot, crescent lunge. Hip square to the front, right knee over right ankle, arms straight up and down. Find your shape. You're doing great. Steady in and breathe. Let the breath go. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Hands down to the front. Left foot steps up to meet right foot. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees. Hips back, knees back, chair pose. Yes, sink a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper. Whoa, this is a tough pose. It is. Lots of strength building. Inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet set back. Plank pose. Very nice. Knees high or low. Forward down, chaturanga. Body down, untuck. Inhale, low or high cobra. Press into your arms. Feel your arms work. Tuck toes. Downward dog. Yes, so good. Spread your fingers. Little bend in knees, hips lift up. Relax your neck. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg goes up to the sky. Straight left leg, 3 points of contact. And then left knee steps forward. Up to your left hand. Spread your left toes and your right toes. Root down left foot. Rise up high to the sky. Hands up. Hips square. Hips lower. Crescent lunge. Breathe. 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 So good. Hands forward. Let's step our right foot to meet our left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, standing forward fold. So we have our hands on our block, or our hands to our shins, or our hands to the floor. Now, we can work our legs towards straight. They don't have to go straight. Hips want to usually balance behind, our weights in our heels. Shift weight forward so it's light in your heels. They just barely press down. Shoulders, head relax as you hinge, forward fold. Look through your legs. Let your neck relax. See what's happening here and breathe into it. Lots of breath. You're doing great. Breathe. Lots of breath. You're doing so great. Breathe. Breathe. Inhale, let's find a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Step your feet back, but go down to your knees. Let your knees go wide. Big toes touch. Let's take it back into our resting posture. Child's pose, balasana. Forehead relaxes down. If that flexion in your hip is no good for you, that's okay. No good meaning it causes pain. Then go ahead and come forward onto your forearms, forehead down, and heart melts. Breathe. You're in child's pose. I want to share some words with you. So we're in this intention of health and wellness, and it's beautiful. And on an emotional level, it's really looking at ourself. It's the positive body image of ourself, and being able to connect to your unique beauty. Regardless of how flexible, how strong, how balanced you are, what your history is, what size, shape, color, ethnicity, all of these things contribute you to being you, and that is worth celebrating. And that is worth honoring. And so, when we can come to a place on our mat that we can love ourselves for ourselves without all the noise that happens around us outside of the mat, then when we do move back into the world, we are better able to stand in our strength and stand in our truth. And that
contributes to wellness. That is so good. It is very, very important. It's confidence. It's happiness to be you. I am so happy to be me, and I am so happy that you are you. And you being you, I honor and recognize you. And me being me, I honor and recognize me. And when we just acknowledge that, amazing things can happen. Amazing. So, to align with health and wellness, and we'll take it back to the shape. If you in your body is in a deep child's pose, that's your uniqueness, and that's beautiful. If you in your body is in a child's pose with your hips lifted, that's you in your uniqueness, and that's beautiful. If we need to bring in extra little supports in any way, that's you in your uniqueness, and that's beautiful. Go ahead and come up into a kneeling shape, knees down, hips back on heels. This might not feel good. We've got a couple options. We can actually sit on a block underneath our sit bones. Takes our hips up a little bit. We can have the block on a high setting. You might need to position your hip bones, but this helps to take some pressure off our knees too. Perfect. Hands on thighs, eyes can close, and I just want I would like you to feel into the emotional health that we are all sharing right now. It's an acknowledgement. And we can bring in a mantra. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am worthy. Because you are. You are all of those things. You are beautiful. You are strong. And you are worthy of love, especially from yourself. And that's what's happening right now. You are offering self-love. So, through this practice of yoga, we are helping our own health and wellness so that when we move off the mat, the other 23 hours in the day, that's the real place, that's where real life happens. This is a practice for that. Let's breathe into a deep breath in and big sigh. Very nice. Thank you. Okay, let's keep it going with some more yoga postures. But remember, health and wellness, our intention, it's physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's all the different planes. And so why not feel good on so many different levels? I don't know, right? Let's love ourselves. Great. Okay, go ahead and stand up. Please. Feet down, toes forward, Tadasana. Deep breath in. You might feel the love flowing through your body right now. And if not, that's okay. Whatever you feel, just feel it. All emotions, feelings, thoughts are valid and worthy. Let's move. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, chair pose. Shift into your right foot. Straighten your right leg. Left leg goes with us. Open up left hip. Heel to ankle, foot to shin. Please remember, not your foot to your knee. Foot can come up to your thigh. Hands are welcome to heart center or up and overhead. Really, really nice. Release, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant down and feet step back. High push-up or low push-up. Forward down, chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or high cobra, bhujangasana. Over your knees, toes. Downward facing dog. Strong arms, heart melts, head drops, toes spread, fingers spread. Pelvis tilted up. Relax your neck. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Right leg goes up to the sky. Inhale. Step your right foot forward. Right
Foot roots down, hands reach up, left leg straight, crescent lunge. So good. Start to shift weight forward, pivot your back foot 90 degrees, open up, warrior two. Now we want to stay away from the lean forward. Bring your shoulders over hips, your spine straight up and down. You can look. Oh, look, my left shoulder is not over my left hip. Oh, look, my left shoulder is over my left hip. Perfect. Really, really good. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh. Go ahead and straighten your right leg. Pivot your right foot. Toes face forward. Little bend in knees. Forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Your hands come forward and your hips come forward, right? So your hands move forward and your hips move forward and your legs go straight. We can be on our fingertips or on a block or on whatever feels good. Deep breath in. Exhale, hinge. Hands can move down to the floor, back in line with our ankles, or even behind. Head, shoulders relax. Good. Very similar to the last forward fold that we did, which was here, except this time we take our legs wide. The movement is also called into a straddle. So it is a wide-legged forward fold with legs in straddle position. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Inhale, come up. Pivot feet, hands to the front. Step your left foot to meet your right foot. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, let's rise, hands up. And exhale, hands to heart center, hands down. Very good. I'll start the other side just to show the second side, but you don't have to go to the back of your mats. This is a little teacher movie magic trick. Okay, inhale, hands up. Exhale, knees bent. Chair pose. Shift weight over into your left foot. Press your left leg straight. Pick your right knee up. Open up right hip. Right foot. Right heel. Right foot. Right foot. Where'd those words go? Right heel into your left ankle, please. Pick up your right foot. Set it into your left shin. Reach down. And this is option number 3. Bring your right foot to your left thigh. Please avoid your left knee, and wherever you are, steady and breathe. 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 Good. Release your right foot, set it down, chair pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinge, forward folds. Halfway lift, inhale. Excellent. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands down, step your feet back. High push-up or low push-up, forward down, chaturanga. Body down, inhale, lower high cobra. Remember, postures that feel good in your body. Over knees, toes, downward facing dog. Go ahead and step your feet a little forward. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, relax your neck. Melt your heart, that means heart towards your thighs. Lift your hips, pelvic tilt. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Left leg goes up to the sky, inhale, three-legged. Lots of strength here. Left knee steps forward. Bring your left foot up to your left hand. Help it get up there if you need. Root down to rise up. Crescent lunge. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Lean forward. Pivot. Right foot. 90 degrees. Warrior two. Arms go out. Spine straight up and down. Virabhadrasana 2. And you're doing good. Breathe. Can look over your left fingertips. So good. Breathe. Left leg goes to straight. As you pivot on your left heel, you'll need to move both feet so they're parallel to each other. Sides of your mat. Little bend in knees. Protect your back. Hinge, forward fold to your block. Halfway lift, inhale. Bring your weight forward, please. And then exhale. Hinge, forward fold. Find your breath. Find your breath. Keep breathing. So good. Inhale, halfway lift. Pivot all the way to the front of your mat. Step your right foot to meet your left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and hands down. Take a moment here. Tadasana. Feet under hips, under shoulders, hands down by your sides. You're welcome to close your eyes. A deep breath in. Big sigh. Really nice. Let's blink eyes open. Take this down. Inhale, hands up. Feet step out wide. Exhale, Malasana. Forearms to your thighs. Maybe we're lowering hips down to a block to help support. Maybe hips are lowered down to the floor. Now, here's a little yogi trick. If your heels are lifted like so, it may be because your feet are too close. I've probably said this before, but I'll say it over and over again. Step your feet out wide. If they still lift up, then maybe a little bit wider. And if they still lift up, that's okay. That is okay. But you can take your feet wide, lower your hips, lift up through your heart, Malasana, yogi squats, and feel wherever it is in your body that you feel the opening happening. Hey, that's great. Go ahead and look forward, soft focus. Breathe. Connect into your breath. The yoga contributes to your health and wellness on many, many different planes. Okay, very good. Let's find ourselves on our mats. Legs down out in front. Hands can go back. Give your legs a little shake out. Yeah, really good. Flex your ankles. Feet are about as wide as our hips. Inhale, hands up. Actually, take it down for a second. I would like to set this up a little bit more. Feet are about as wide as your hips. Hands down by your sides. Pick your hips up. Lower them down. Hands go behind onto fingertips. And then flatten your back. Great. This is another posture that's really nice to sit with your back against a wall if this is challenging. Now, pick up your hands. Can you maintain that flat back? Yes? Very good. If not, hands stay here. This is great. I love this. If this is okay, breath in. Exhale, hinge forward. Your hands might find your feet. They might not. Your hands might find your shins. They might not. Your hands could find the floor. Wherever this is for you, go ahead, find it. Legs are active. We're hinged at our hips. There's an opening happening in our body somewhere, and it feels good. Not painful, but full of sensation in a way that is helping to deepen our experience. Breathe. Breathe. Really nice. Inhale, let's come up. Okay. With right hand, grab your right knee and bring your right foot into your left thigh like tree pose. Now, if it doesn't go down and it's at your right knee, your left knee, that's okay because you're not pressing foot into your knee. So right foot alongside your left leg, right knee goes out. Your right knee, this is what I think may happen, is like this. You can bring a block or something underneath of it. Hands by sides to lift up heart. Again, this is a great place to start our opening with this new posture, Janu Shirshasana. This is called, and I hesitate to say it, but Janu Shirshasana translates to head to knee posture. Yes, this head, that knee, head to knee posture. Deep in the posture, right, foot is active, hinge forward folds. I'll show you, just so we can see where this goes. Eventually, head tucks in to our knee. Now, when I first heard about this, here was my posture. It was like, how the heck is my head supposed to touch my knee? That's never going to happen. But it did. You just saw it. After consistent, dedicated effort, the body, my body, adapted. And so will yours. I promise. Yoga will help in so many different ways. Breathe. All right. Very nice, friends. Let's come back up. Fingertips go back. Right leg goes long. Shake it out. Left knee bends. We want to adjust our shape. If you would like to bring a block or a bolster, that is the yoga pillow or your couch cushion, whatever, underneath your left leg. Hands back. Show you from this side. Hands can go back, lift up, and then start to lean forward. Flex your right ankle. Very nice. Steady in here. Breathe. Option for hands to go up. Hinge. Fingertips to your right foot. Fingertips to the floor or to your calf. Keep your right foot active. And if there's a bend in your right knee, that's good too. All good. All these things are good. It's all good. Find your breath. Very nice. Let's come up. Okay. Reach your left leg out wide. Scoot your right leg out wide. Flex ankles. Go ahead and pick your hips up. Scoot a little bit further forward. And then lift up. This is another great posture to have your back against the wall. Wide-legged forward fold, but seated. So we could call this wide-legged forward fold on the ground, straddle forward fold, seated wide-legged forward fold. Lots of options. Go ahead and flex your ankles. Hands by sides, lift up. Like all of these postures, depending on where you are, I like to start with a flat back. And this can be supported by the wall or by our hands behind. Once this starts to open up, or if this is already accessible for you, hands can go up and then hinge forward, fingertips down. So now, for me, this is about my level of flexibility. I'll show you from the side. This is about how far I get to before my inner thighs are like, okay, we're stretching a lot. For some of us, we might be able to bring forearms down. And there are those of us that are have a lot of range of motion, and you might be able to bring your forehead down. Remember, the goal here is health and wellness. Where is your posture going to support the intention of feeling really good? It's different for all of us, and that's beautiful. Wherever you are, settle in, steady and breathe. Steady and breathe. Very nice. Let's start to make our way up. Support underneath of knees. Lean back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Walk your heels in. Let your knees drop out wide. Show this one from the front. Butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. You can grab your feet or your ankles to help lift up. Spread your toes, lean forward. We also have the option to take hands back, to lift up, to help support this. And if we're open in our hips, lots of space, you can fold forward. You can even fold forward with your forearms, elbows into your knees. So good. Wherever you are, breathe. Perfect. Let's start to come back up. Grab your knees, slow curl back. If you need to center yourself on your yoga mat because you're somewhere else, slow curl back. Relax all the way back. Hands, grab your shins and hug them in towards your shoulders. You also can wrap your arms around. Grab an opposite wrist or an elbow. Whatever feels good. Let's roll our ankles in 5 circles in each direction. There might be some crinkles and crackles in there that we want to get out. That's all right. Okay, other way. Really nice. Set your feet down. Pick up your hips, scoot them to the right side. Arms go out wide into a T. and the knees come up over towards your left elbow. My right shoulder has lifted, that's okay. Left hand to right thigh, and then reach your right arm away. Recline twist. Find your breath, and let's all feel, experience 5 deep breaths. Very nice, friends. Go ahead and walk your feet back. Pick up your hips, center them, center your shoulders again. Hips lift up and go over to the left side. Knees up and over towards our right elbow. Right hand can anchor left knee down, and then open up your twist. Left fingertips and vision can even go to the left. Okay, now 5 breaths here. Really nice. Go ahead and walk your feet back. Set your feet down. Adjust your hips to center. This is where we will make any little adjustments in our body and our clothes. Feet go wide, about as wide as your yoga mat. Arms out. You can pick your hips up and your shoulders, wiggle side to side, lift your head. Any last little movements before we settle into our final posture, Shavasana? That's really good. And then you are welcome. Once you get there, and if you're still moving around a little bit, get comfy. And we've got options. Knees bend and dip in. That takes a little pressure out of our back. Of course, we can side lie. This can really reduce the pressure on our back, and that's okay too. I will go ahead and sit up, meditate with you. Perfect. Now that we are all set, in whatever our best shape is. Shavasana is so important, and thank you for laying down and taking the time to practice this final posture. This is the restoration. This is the integration, where the practice of health and wellness absorbs deep into our bones, deep into our cells, deep into our soul, and deep into our mind. And with that, we can think about health and wellness. If you just want to let your mind drift away for a little while from this deep work that we've been doing, this very focused and concentrated practice, that's okay too. It's all good. It's all good. You are good. In your final posture, don't worry, I will bring us up and out. I will not forget about you. Let's take these moments to close out our practice in Shavasana.
relax, restore. Feel your health, feel your wellness. Feel healthy and feel well. Please take a nice deep breath in. And a big vocal sigh, let it go. Pause and acknowledge how you feel in this moment right now. It's so good. And then start to blink your eyes open, move however it feels right, wiggles and worms, twists and turns into a full body stretch, maybe a nice little yawn across your body. That's awesome. And then use your hands to press up back into your meditation seat. The best seat is the one that you like to sit in. And then let's bring our hands together. Sit up nice and tall. You're welcome to close your eyes and we can connect into our intention of health and wellness, feeling so good on so many different levels. Let's bow our head into our heart. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be satisfied, and may you be well. Namaste. Yes! Thank you, yogis. Great practice today. I hope that this practice of health and wellness translates to the rest of your life. And remember, it's a practice. It's not a set it and forget it. Just because we did this once doesn't mean that you've got it. Nope. I still don't have it yet. I still practice on the regular because it's something that takes a dedicated, consistent effort. It is a life practice. So this can help you in many different ways. And I hope that it does. Thank you, friends. Enjoy the rest of your time today and be healthy, be well. Namaste.